Algebra 2 Cram, New York State, Algebra 2 Regents, Common Core, Solve Exponential Function Basics. Concept number 7, a common base. The odds of someone doing exactly what you tell them to do is pretty slim, but I guarantee that if you cram with me, you'll become an Algebra 2 master. What we're doing here is effective. I'm coaching you to turn your wants and desires of getting an A or perfect test scores into a new paradigm. I want to include everyone who needs a boost in Algebra 2, and if I could stick every single math student with a syringe containing a healthy dose of eye-opening awareness of their inner mathematical genius, I probably would. So inbox me at memedicine@gmail.com to get your healthy dose of Algebra 2 by ordering and purchasing the complete Algebra 2 cram session beyond the exponential function series. You have lots of peers, classmates, friends, or colleagues who are taking Algebra 2 with you as well, and they could benefit from this cram session. So tell them to get their boost by inboxing me at memedicine@gmail.com so that they can order and purchase as well, okay? You'll be glad you spread the word because they'll make great study buddies. And last but not least, the concept of cramming often has a negative connotation. But what people are actually thinking of is hurrying, which is a result of fear and can consequently be destructive. We're not hurrying, we're cramming, and there's a huge difference. Hurrying is jam-packing tons and tons of unorganized information into your mental spiritual DNA over a tiny amount of elapsed time, whereas cramming is taking quantum leaps in your understanding in an organized way in what seems like an instant. All right, so let's delve into the concept of solving exponential functions using the common base approach. Exponential equation. Solve the following exponential equation. 2 to the x plus 5 equals 4 to the x. Definitely press pause if you need to, and I'll give you a moment to think. All right, so hopefully by now you were able to press pause and come up with a solution, and if you didn't, that's completely fine. Let's tackle this issue together. First of all, we know this is an exponential function on both sides of the equal sign because it has the general format b to the x, where the constant is the base, and b always has to be positive and not equivalent to 1. And if you want to know why, you have to watch the entire series. So order and purchase by inboxing me at memedicine@gmail.com. All right, it's not a polynomial function as some would automatically think. In a polynomial function, the reverse is true. The variable is in the base and the exponent is a number. Okay, so again, a constant number. Here our constant is 2, here our constant is 4, and then a variable in the exponent, x plus 5, 4 to the x, okay? So yeah, these qualify as exponential functions, thus the overall thing is an exponential equation, okay? So, all right, let's solve this bad boy. The first thing that we can do is take the constant or base 4 and change it into 2 squared. And the reason why we're doing this is so that we can have the same base or constant 2 on both sides of the equation, okay? So this then becomes 2 to the x plus 5 is equivalent to 2 squared raised to the x, okay? And we're still going to keep 2 squared, but now that we're raising it to the x power, what we're going to do is multiply the exponents, okay? So when you raise a base with an exponent to another exponent, all you basically do to simplify is multiply the exponents, okay? So now we're going to wind up with 2 to the x plus 5 is equivalent to 2 raised to the 2x. Okay? And when both sides of the exponential equation have the common base, this is what the goal of this cram session was, to just get the common base, things get much easier. What we can then do is equate the exponents and then solve for x, okay? All right, let me rephrase this just in case you don't understand all the fancy jargon. If the bases are the same, the exponents have to be equal to each other. So what we're going to do is forget about the base and equate the exponents. And we end up with x plus 5 equals 2x, okay? And when we subtract x from both sides, because that's going to give us our 5 on one side and basically an x on one side, we end up with x is equivalent to 5. So we just solve this exponential equation using the common base method. And as you can see, intellectual comprehension of this material was not difficult at all. And after the short amount of time it takes to complete the entire cram session, you'll be prepared to answer a battery of questions about any Algebra 2 concept. So inbox me at memedicine@gmail.com to order and purchase the complete Algebra 2 cram session. All right? Okay.